Hi guys, this is Jyotsna and welcome to my channel. So today we'll be seeing the past participle form in Italian. So we'll see how the past participle form is formed. Come si forma il participo passato? As you can see on my screen, the reference that I have taken is from the book Progetto Italiano 1. So basically the sentence structure is like this. We use the ausiliare essere più participo passato regolare. So we are using the verb essere plus we are using the past participle form of the verb. So first of all we must know the conjugation of the verb essere. We have done this previously also. I am repeating it for your benefit today as well. So the conjugation of the verb essere is io sono, tu sei, lui lei è, noi siamo, voi siete, loro sono. Io sono, I am, tu sei, you are, lui lei è, he or she is, noi siamo, we are, voi siete, you plural are, loro sono, they are. So this is the conjugation of the verb essere, and essere means to be. So basically we have to use the verb essere plus the past participle form of the verb. Now let's take some examples so that you are able to understand what I am trying to say. Now as I said that the rule is ausiliare essere più participe passato regolare. So we have to use the verb essere and we have to use the past participle form of the verb. Now let's see the examples that we have here. Sono andato. Now what is this andato? Andato is from the verb andare. Andare means to go and the past participle form of the verb andare is andato. Now what happens is that when we are forming the past tense of a verb in Italian, it is subject to the gender. For example, if I am saying, I'll say sono andata. If a guy is saying, he'll say sono andato. So the past participle form of andare is andato. However, we will change it as per the gender. So sono andato a teatro ieri. I went to the theatre yesterday. Sono andato. And if a woman is saying, she'll say sono andata. Sono andato, sono andata. So basically you have to understand the fact that the verb here is andare. You have to understand how we are forming the past participle. So the verb that we have here is andare. So the are ending verb becomes ato. So this are becomes ato. Andare becomes andato in the past participle form. So sono andato is I went. Sono andata is also I went, but in the case of feminine. Now if we just take this example and if we look at the conjugation of the verb essere, if we have to say you went, we'll say sei andato. And if the person we are talking is a lady, in that case we'll say sei andata. Sei andata a teatro ieri. Sei andato a teatro ieri. So this is the first thing which we must understand, that the verb in when we are using it with the past participle form of the verb is subject to gender. It changes as per the gender. So sono andato, sono andata. Let's see another example. Sei tornato, sei tornata già del lavoro. So you have already come back from work. Sei tornato. So tornare, the verb is tornare. So the are ending verb, when we are forming the past participle, are changes to ato. Tornare, tornato. Andare, andato. Entrare, entrato. Mangiare, mangiato. So the are changes to ato. Now sei tornato. The verb is tornare. Sei tornata. So in the case of feminine we are using tornata. Ok, è entrata in un negozio. So, lei è. So, lui è entrato in un negozio. He entered in a shop. Ma lei è entrata in un negozio. But she entered in a shop. In that case, we'll use entrata. Lui è entrato, lei è entrata. Siamo partite un mese fa. Now, another thing which we have to understand is that we are using the form of essere, that is first thing, and second thing we have to understand is that it is subject to gender, and it is also subject to the fact if it is singular or plural. So if I am saying siamo partiti, that means the verb that we are using first of all here is partire. Partire is to, to leave. So partito is the past participle form of partire. So partire, ire ending verbs becomes ito. So partire, partito. So partito, partita in the case of masculine and feminine. If it is masculine plural, this partito becomes partiti. If it is feminine plural, this partito becomes partite. So this is another thing which we have to understand. So siamo partite un mese fa. So if I have to say Paolo e Gianfranco, noi siamo partiti un mese fa. So if you are talking about two masculine or two or more than two masculine people, in that case we'll be putting I in the end of the verb. So siamo partiti un mese fa. Siamo partite will be feminine plural. Siamo partite un mese fa. So the verb in past participle form is subject to gender, and it is also subject to singular and masculine, singular and plural. Siete uscite l'altro ieri. You went out the other day. Voi siete usciti. So this is masculine plural. Voi siete uscite is feminine plural. Sono salite al quarto piano. So they climbed the fourth floor. So sono salite. So masculine plural is saliti, feminine plural is salite. And sono is the form of the verb essere. Right? Another example, l'estate scorsa siamo andati in Sardegna. So last summer we went in Sardinia. So siamo andati, it can be siamo andate also. Siamo andati is as I said masculine plural, and siamo andate would become feminine plural. Alla festa di Patrizio è venuta molta gente. So at Patrizio's party a lot of people came. È venuta molta gente. So the verb that we have used here is venire. So venire past participle form is venuto. So this venuto become venuta because we are talking about la gente here. So we are talking about la gente, so we have used venuto, venuta. La gente, it is feminine, so we have used venuta, right? So this is something which you must keep in your mind while forming sentences in Italian, and especially when you are forming past participle with essere. This is something which we must understand. Also, you must keep in mind that this thing is not there when we are using the verb avere. We have done, you can refer to my previous class, and in that we have used the verb avere plus participio passato. So avere, we have used the form of avere and we have used the past participle form, but there is no change in the past participle form. However, when we are forming the sentence with essere and we are using the past participle form, in that case we change the verb as per gender and as per singular and plural, right? So again, as I said, that ausiliare essere più participe passato is the rule. We have to use the essere verb plus past participle form of the verb. Nel 1991 sono partito per Bologna per la prima volta. Sono partito. So the verb here is partire. So the ire ending becomes ito. Sono partito. It can also be sono partita. Sono partito. Lucio e Lucia sono usciti qualche minuto fa. So here we are talking about Lucio and Lucia. So they went out few minutes back. So sono usciti. Loro sono usciti. So the verb essere plus the verb uscire. The past participle of uscire, ire ending verb is ito, becomes ito. Uscire, uscito. And as it is plural, the uscito changes to usciti. Next, a che ora tu sei tornato ieri notte? What time did you return yesterday night? Sei tornato. So the verb essere plus the past participle of the verb tornare. Tornare, are becomes ato. Right? Marta è partita presto da casa. Marta left house early. So è partita. Lei è, so the verb is partire. Partire, ire becomes ito. Partire becomes partito. And because we are talking about Marta, so we will say partita. Marta è partita presto da casa. So this is how we form the sentences in the case of essere. So we basically use the conjugation of the verb essere, which we have seen in the first slide. We use the conjugation of the verb essere, plus we use the past participle form of the verb, and the past participle form of the verb, there is a way to form it. We know that there is 3 categories of verbs, the verbs which end in are, ire and ere. The are ending verbs in past participle become ato ending, ire ending becomes ito ending, and ere ending becomes uto ending. Also, these verbs, past participle form of the verbs is specific to gender and also singular and masculine. Moving on to the verb essere or avere. So how do we know when we are forming a sentence, how do we know that we have to use essere or we have to use avere? Essere is to be, avere is to have. But how do we know? So there are certain rules, although we cannot really generalize. You'll get to know when you practice, and once it comes into your day-to-day practice. But still we have certain rules which you can keep in mind, and maybe this will help. So molti verbi di moto. So if we are talking about molti verbi di moto, so if you're talking about some movement verbs, so if I say andare, andare means to go, so it is a verb related to movement. Venire, venire means to come, it's again a verb related to movement. Partire is to leave, it's a verb related to movement. Tornare, to return. Entrare, to enter. Uscire, to go out. Salire, to climb. Scendere, to get down. Ritornare, to return. Rientrare, to re-enter. Giungere, to reach, etc. So these are all verbs related to movement. So whenever we are talking about movement, we will use the verb essere. So this is something which you can keep in your minds whenever you are talking about movement. In that case, you will use the verb essere along with the participe passato, which is the past participle form of the verb. Or if you are talking about physical state, molti verbi di stato di luogo. So if you are talking about physical state, in that case also you are using the verb essere. Stare, to be, rimanere, to stay, restare, again to stay. So these verbs tell us about the physical state of someone. So in that case also we are using the verb essere. Stare, to be, rimanere, to stay, and restare, to rest in the sense, right? Alcuni verbi intransitivi, if we talk about certain intransitive verbs, like we have essere. Essere is to be. So in the case of essere, essere will be in past participle, we'll use essere with essere. Succedere, to happen. Vivere, to live. Morire, to die. Nascere, to be born. So we always say sono nata, or we say sono nato. So which is I am born. Or if someone is asking quando sei nato, when are you born? So we are using the verb quando è nato. So we are using the verb essere plus we are using the past participle form of the verb nascere. Piacere, piacere is to like. Costare, costare is to cost. Sembrare, when it seems something. Servire, to serve. Riuscire, to be able to do. Diventare, to become. Durare, to dure. Dimagrire, to reduce. Ingrassare, to put on. So in the case of intransitive verbs, we are using the form essere along with the past participle form of the verb. I verbi riflessivi, and also in the case of self-reflexive verbs, we have alzarsi, svegliarsi, lavarsi, etc. Also in that case, we are using the verb essere. Essere plus past participle form of the verb. Alzarsi, which is to get up. Svegliarsi, to wake up, to wake oneself up. Alzarsi, to get up. Lavarsi, to wash oneself. So when you are doing an activity on yourself, so in that case, I mean, these are the self-reflexive verbs. So we form the past participle along with the verb essere. Now moving on, participi passati regolari. So this is something which we have understood now. So there are certain irregular verbs also in Italian. So we'll be covering few of them, and we'll be doing this in detail in the subsequent classes. So the irregular verbs that we have, the past participle form of these verbs is different. I told you the basic rule that the verbs which end in are becomes ato, ere becomes uto, ire becomes ito. However, on irregular verbs, this rule is not applicable. So correggere, to correct. The past participle form is corretto. So this is exceptional. So this is something which you have to memorize, and there's nothing which can be, there's no standard rule that why is it that correggere is not correggeto. No, it's an irregular verb, so this is the past participle that we have. So this is something which you'll have to memorize. Correggere, to correct. Non ho ancora corretto I vostri compiti. So I still haven't checked your notes. Non ho ancora corretto. Ho corretto I vostri compiti. Dire, detto. So the past participle of dire is detto. Again, it is not duto, or it is not dito. Like in ire ending verbs, it becomes ito. So it is not dito, it is detto. This is irregular form. So this is how it is. You just have to memorize it. So dire is to say. Dire becomes detto. Ha detto tutta la verità. You told the truth. Ha detto. Cosa avete fatto di bello? What did you do good? So Fare becomes fatto. Fare is an irregular verb, so in the past participle form it becomes fatto. Leggere becomes letto. Hai letto il nome della rosa? Have you read this book, Il nome della rosa? So these are few irregular verbs which you have to memorize. The past participle form you have to memorize. So we'll be doing this in a little bit detail in the subsequent classes. So this is all for today. I hope you like my video and I hope you have understood the concept of the past participle. And in case you have any doubts, queries or concerns, you can put it in the comment section below. So thank you for watching my video and grazie per l'attenzione e ciao, arrivederci, buona giornata.